Hi guys! Okay, this setup is a little bit weird, so my bad if I look funky, but the lighting actually isn't as bad as I thought it would be. So, we're doing a full face, chock full of first impressions today. I already did one first impression, I believe, and that's for a primer spray. It's the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist 12-Hour Power. We'll see about that. It felt good, had a little bit of a scent to it, but it didn't linger, and it's created quite a tacky finish, which makes me intrigued about how foundation is going to go on. But first, eyebrows. I finally got myself some Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. This is in the shade Taupe. There it is right there. And I'm gonna be using my usual Esom B15 brush to try and put this on. Ooh, we're creamy. We are quite creamy. I'm gonna knock some of that off on the back of my hand here. And then we're just gonna start starting at the base of the eyebrow here. Because I have heard this stuff is quite potent. It seems to be filling in things quite nicely. I can imagine that this would be pretty tough for a beginner though, so keep that in mind. If you are a makeup beginner, this might not be for you. I've got one hair out of place and it's just driving me nuts. The color is looking great. That is a great match for my brow hairs personally. So if you've got a hair color very similar to mine, taupe is your color. I was kind of stuck between taupe and ash brown, and I thought ash brown might be a little bit too dark. And go figure, I think I was dead on. You know, I'm not finding myself having to go back over the same areas a ton of times to make sure I have the right level of pigmentation. Another thing I have noticed is some people say that these dry out very quickly, so store them face down to prevent that from happening. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty impressed so far. I like the level of pigmentation on this. I think it would be great for people who have very, very, very sparse eyebrows or not much eyebrow at all. It'd be great for someone like that who really needs to kind of practically create an eyebrow, but if you already have a ton of brow, this isn't really gonna do too much for you. But if you have sparse areas like me and you want to be able to do your brows fairly quickly, once you get the hang of this stuff, I can see it being very easy to use. So that is done. I'm going to use a disposable spoolie because this is a kit item, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to set my brow hairs. I have used this stuff before, so this is not a first impression by any stretch. I used to have a sample size of this brow gel. This is actually the first eyebrow gel, the first eyebrow product really that I ever had. I had a big sample bag from Sephora. I think it was a Point Perk or something. And it had a little sample of this brow gel in it. I do love this brow gel because its hold is like shellac. Once you lay it on there, it's not, your hairs aren't going anywhere. But it is expensive. It's $22 for one little tube of brow gel. And for most people, honestly, the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel is gonna work just fine. So, now we can move on to the face, and what I am most excited about. Because, where is it? There it is. I've got the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. I've been waiting to get this for so long. You guys have no idea. I watched from afar, way in Japanland, and longed for the day where I could grab this. Because I didn't want to buy it online, because I'm kind of iffy about buying foundations online because the shades are so tough to match. So I got the shade Fair. I think it might be a little bit on the light side, but light was looking too dark and too pink, and I didn't want that to happen. So I've got a little dollop here, and I'm using this new Up and Up complexion style brush. I liked the look of this brush because it looks like the old cut of the Real Techniques Expert Face brush. Because y'all know I love me my Real Techniques Expert Face brush, but I bought another one recently and they changed the cut of it. It doesn't have the same cut anymore. So I was sitting there like, no, they changed it. Why? Because that was the ultimate brush to blend out my stick foundation. And without that, I was like, how am I going to blend my stick foundation? Okay. So this is a BB cream, so I have to remind myself that it's not going to have as much coverage as my stick foundation. At the same time, though, it's not having as much coverage on me as it did on other people. Or as it did on my hand, even. This is looking pretty light to me right now. It's not covering any of my blemishes at all. I'm stippling it on here. There we go. So it looks like I might have to layer it in some spots. I also have a concealer to try too, though, so we're going to do that. But I'm having to pick up a ton of product to get this on here. Oh, and it's burning a little bit. It is burning a little bit. My one big issue here is I'm having to use a lot of product and it's not covering anything. It's underwhelming me a little so far, not gonna lie. What's bothering me the most right now is this burning sensation I'm feeling. It's not an extreme burn, but it's definitely like, hey, I'm here and I'm irritating your skin. So that's not ideal. Makes me wonder, I should have checked the ingredients before I put this on my face, but I was just so excited. So there you go, there's the finish. It's leaving a little bit to be desired in the coverage department, and it is burning quite a bit. I don't know how I feel about that. If it gets any worse than this, then I might have to wash this off and use a different foundation, because this is not ideal. But we'll see. I'm willing to keep it on for a little and let it set down, and hopefully that sensation will go away. But yeah, so far, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna go in with concealer next. I managed to get the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm so excited about this stuff. I got it in the shade Light. It's probably gonna be a little light for me, but light medium looked way too dark, and fair was obviously way too light. So I'm just gonna pop this, woo, under the eyes. Now I have heard that this stuff is potent, so I'm hoping it will give me the coverage that I was looking for out of the other one. I'm gonna be so sad if this BB cream breaks me out. My skin has been so well behaved since we got back here. So I've got a few dots on. I'm gonna use that same brush and just tap it in. Ooh. Okay, okay. Okay, Tarte, I see you. You came to play today. Yeah, I tend to like my complexion products to be a little bit more yellow than these ones are. In this light they look okay, but on camera I'm feeling like they're looking really, really pale. I'm looking pale right now. I'm gonna take, honestly, I feel like I do not have my shit together right now. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. complexion brush, a little bit of RCMA, no color powder, just whatever's in the lid or whatever, and sweep it over my skin, just in the spots where I tend to get oily. There we go. Still feeling a little bit of like itchy burning like right around here. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not thrilled about it, because now that Atomic Cosmetics has discontinued their Spackle foundation. I'm gonna need to find a new foundation, and I thought, oh perfect, this drugstore BB cream has lots of great reviews. Maybe it'll work for me. Ugh. Not so sure about that. But, let me see. Complexion-wise, I don't have a whole lot in the way of blush or bronzer, so I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then we'll come back with some highlight. Alright guys, I'm back. I got a little bronzer and some blush on, so the color is looking better, but honestly guys, I don't think I'm going to be using this Clean Matte BB cream again because this stuff burned. I'm still feeling a little bit of like a tingling sensation, or like an itching a little. I'm going to keep it on as long as I can because it has faded a little bit since then, so I'm gonna hope that it kind of continually fades and it's just my skin freaking out about a new product, which it does sometimes, but I'm not sure that I would use it again because my bronzer is looking a little bit patchy in some spots and it's showing off a teeny weeny bit of my texture right in here. So between that and the burning, guys, I'm not feeling too good about this BB cream so far. But I came back because I have a highlight to try. I finally caved and got Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I've been thinking about getting this for such a long time, and I was like, you know what? It's been in my cart, it's been out of my cart, it's been in my cart, it's been out of my cart. Let's just pull the trigger. I don't know if it's gonna be too dark for me or not, but we will find out. I'm gonna dig my brush in here. And we're gonna put it on. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, there's a lot of you on me right now. I'm into it. I like this. I like this a lot. And it's not making my face burn, CoverGirl. Anyway, now I think I just have to set and do lips. So, what am I going to use to set with? Where's my all-nighter? You know what? I'm just going to use this primer spray to set my makeup, and we'll see what happens. Because Emily Noel 83 did the same thing, and it seemed to work for her. Yeah, by the time I watched her video on this, she'd almost used one of these up, so that is a testament. When Emily Noel 83 uses something up, I know I need to get that thing, because I trust her word implicitly. She's a fantastic YouTuber. And I have yet to get something off of her recommendation that hasn't worked for me. So that's awesome. Okay, so we're all set. Now for lips. I've got 2 different lip products to try, and I don't know which one to go with just yet. I'm leaning toward the hard candy, but we'll see. I might switch. I don't know. Oh, that's an odd looking little doe foot there. Alright, hard candy. That's really beautiful, actually. I like that a lot. It hasn't set down yet. It'll probably take a minute or 2 for it to do so. But, yeah, I like this. I like the shade. It's very pretty. I thought for sure, like with, you know, a lot of like low-cost liquid lipsticks, a lot of them in the darker colors you will find a lot of patchiness, but this went on very evenly. It's not really sticky at all. I like the formula a lot. So, okay, hard candy, I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, there you go guys, this is the completed face. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, because I'm a derp, but on the eyes I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I didn't have any new palettes to use just yet. I have to wait until 2 o'clock to go to the post office and get the 2 new ones that I just got. But yeah, I used the Modern Renaissance palette, and I did use a new mascara. I'm trying out the Benefit Roller Lash for today. I got a little mini one because they're cute. And I never go through an entire tube of mascara personally. But yeah, I did that, and I also have Ardell 120 demis, but they're the wine color because you can never find those anywhere, and I absolutely love them. Okay, so the lowdown with the showdown. What do I think of things so far? The BB cream, honestly guys, I'm not feeling it. It didn't have as much coverage as I wanted it to, and by the time I built it up to the coverage strength that I'm accustomed to, it started burning really badly, and then go figure, there's alcohol in it. So if you have dry skin, or if you have, if you're using tretinoin, you're not gonna like this. It's gonna make your skin burn. Even now, I mean, my skin feels alright now. It doesn't feel as like burny, and it's not radiating heat that I can tell anyway. It's itching a little bit in some places, but nothing too terribly bad. But initially it was burning. It was burning pretty badly. This Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is really impressing me so far. I love the coverage. The shade is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way, way, way too light, but it looks like it's going to work just fine. The finish is gorgeous. The highlight is looking beautiful. I kind of figured that was going to happen though. This primer spray is pretty good. I'm not hating it so far. Of course, this is going to be tough to determine whether I like it or not for a good long while, but so far so good. And what else new did I use? The mascara was kind of like, you know, I have yet to find a high-end mascara that really like outperforms a drugstore one. I will probably check back in with you guys at the end of the day to see kind of where all this went, like what happened to it. And yeah, I've got a pretty hectic day today. I've got to go check the mail, and then I'm meeting up with a producer of mine, a friend of mine, for dinner out in like the Baltimore area. So I've got quite a drive to do. But I will check back in with you guys at some point or another, and definitely by the end of the day, so you can see how all of this held up. Squee! Y'all know I had to get these. Y'all know I had to get these. Lorac Mega Pro 3 and the Kat Von D Metal Matte. Yes. Cannot wait to play with these. Which ones do you want to see? Which one of these do you guys want to see first? Leave it in the comments and I will do looks with them. Yay! New makeup. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are gonna see this. It's like 4:45, so encroaching on the 3-hour mark, and I'm looking cakey around my nose. Look in that little crevice of my nose there. And my cheeks too, we're seeing some texture. I don't know about that. Hey guys, I'm back for a final check-in. Sorry if my voice is a little bit low. It is currently about 2 in the morning, and I'm ready to wash my makeup off and go to bed. I am beat. But I figured I'd do a final check-in and just touch base with you guys on what has changed. The foundation I'm not about. I mean, it looks kind of chunky and cakey in some places, and it just didn't give me the coverage in one layer that I was looking for. The concealer seems to have held up okay, although it's hard to tell because the mascara, the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, yeah, it flaked and smudged hardcore under my eyes. And my lips look pretty fucked, but it's also after layering it multiple times, so. And for $6, that lipstick isn't terrible. I wouldn't say it's the best liquid lipstick I've ever used, but it's certainly not the worst either. Somewhere in the middle. Trying to remember, the primer spray did seem to help everything stay in place, which is nice. I'll definitely be using that more, but just on sheer virtue of the fact that that foundation burned so badly going on, I'm probably not going to use it again. I'll use the concealer again and continue to use it because it seemed to do a decent job, but yeah, the highlight was pretty fleeky. It's still there, kind of, and brows look pretty right and tight, so that brow pomade, man, that hype is real, and I get it now. But I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you thought this format was interesting of me just trying a ton of new products and wearing them with you throughout the day, then go ahead and leave a thumbs up down below and I will continue making videos in this format because this was actually kind of fun to do. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt. You know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!